start recording again. And then I'm just going to set up my loadout. So you said you're doing shotgun, jetpack, slime pad?
Mm.
Okay, I'm going to do automatic, dash, and heal. Alrighty. I'm ready when you guys are.
Here we go.
See if I can get nasty with it, you know?
So it's the hardest difficulty, so...
Oh, damn, okay. Oh, yeah. No, my internet's already not liking me.
All right. Well, are we live on the channel?
I believe so, correct?
On Steam, yes. We're not live on YouTube.
No,
YouTube will
yeah.
not allow us to stream.
That's okay. I see us. Hey, look at us go. Cool. Well, I do say, hey, we got some people tuning in. We love this. Let's go ahead and start with some introductions, I guess, for people watching so they know who we are.
Absolutely. I'm Nathan. I was the gameplay designer of this title here. Did all the programming, basically.
I'm down.
You're down?
Yeah, yes, I mean.
Oh, no!
I'm Mark. I did the level design for this demo.
I'm Matt. I'm the concept artist.
And I'm Adam. I help with marketing. Cool. We are part of BevMax Games, the creators of MechShell, which is what you're watching right now. Woohoo. Super excited. The demo is free and available now. It's part of Steam Next Fest. So if you haven't already, definitely get it downloaded and give it a shot. But for now, we can take a little bit of time to watch the masters at work and maybe get some tips and tricks. I want to start off with some questions. I'm trying to not make this super interview style and more conversational, but I do have some questions prepped so we can kind of like get the conversation going. So I wanted to ask first, we talked about who you are, what you did with the game, but let's start first by asking like, what are some of your favorite games? So any game of all time, like what kind of inspired you to get into gaming and game creation in the first place?
Yeah, so I can start us off with that one. For me, it was BioShock, Last of Us, and Witcher 3. Those games, peak
Solid
storytelling.
choices.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big story guy, so that once I saw that and I was like, wow, I just shed a tear over a video game. That's when I was like, you know what? Maybe this is something I should look at getting into.
Valid.
For me, just favorite all-time game would be Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original, not the remake. Gotta clarify that.
Yeah, be specific.
Exactly. And then the game that made me be like, hey, like maybe I want to be a level designer was actually Halo Reach.
Interesting.
I used to use all the rocks and build all the different worlds. That was probably my favorite thing to do growing up in like junior high and high school.
That's awesome. Did you play
I know, I went down too. I'm coming.
Oh. What's up?
No, you're good. Matthew, what about you?
My favorite game would be BioShock, Gears of War, and Fallout. I say BioShock Infinite really made me like see the artistic side of video games. And like really just like the environments were just so vibrant in there and just like amazing that it definitely made me want to like do this role as a concept artist.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely. That's a great choice. Infinite was slept on.
I feel like it is. Visually, it's amazing. Like, yeah.
It's a great
I
story,
like the grittiness.
too.
Yeah, I like the gloominess of BioShock 1 and everything, of Rapture, but Columbia was also good. I feel like they're both equally good.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, one thing about Infinite, I will say, there's a couple plot holes in the story, but it's still
big time,
fantastic.
Yeah, very good game though.
Mark
Welcome in,
Mark
Alex.
Hard.
Yo,
Hey, Alex.
Hey,
Perfect
we've
timing.
got a
yo.
yeah. We were just getting started by introducing ourselves. We're live on Steam, so playing the demo. You can tune in now and try the demo yourself if you're watching. But yeah, we are live. So go ahead, introduce yourself. What you did with MechShell and what your favorite games have been, or what games kind of inspired you to get into game design.
Yeah, sure. So the name's Alexandra Gonzalez, but honestly, I just go by Alex because it's a mouthful, my full name. It's true. And I'm the environment artist, so the wall texture you see in the background, that was from me. The mushroom houses, like the stems, the doors, windows, all that, that was also by me. And I'm I think that's pretty much it at the moment. I don't remember. Sorry, it's been a long day.
You were good. You were
No
good.
worries.
And
What?
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna ask. Yeah, like, what are some of your favorite games? What games inspired you to pursue art and environmental art?
Yeah, so I've always been into art. I actually started as like a colorist, a person. There are people who do like the comic books, but they do the colors.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it's actually pretty. It's really cool. Anyways, but then I started traditional drawing, like sketches, and then uh, my favorite games at that time was I'm a Sonic fan, so I like Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes. Um, my newest favorite game is Baldur's Gate 3, which is a fantastic
Oh yeah,
game.
that's a very good game.
Heck yeah.
Excellent. Sorry.
Yeah, so
Time
no, you're good, dude. No, no, dude, I'm gonna be real here. I've played over 1,000 hours of that game
Oh my gosh.
because it's so fun.
It's easy to do
Valid.
for sure.
Yeah, valid.
Which I
Yeah.
guess kind of leads to the next question I have for everybody too. Is like, what are you currently playing?
So, oh, go
no,
ahead.
No, you go. You go first. You go first.
Okay.
Hey, Trujillo.
So there's this game that's called Clover Pit. It's by like some small studio.
Yeah,
I have
Buckshot
just been
Roulette.
enjoying that. I have just been enjoying that game because it is just so fun. Like, you could say gambling is addicting, but I'd rather be addicted to that type of gambling than real life gambling.
Yeah, fair. No, absolutely valid. For me, I've been playing Expedition 33 lately. Had to find out what the hype was
Nice.
about. Just finished that, and so I've been kind of on a. I suck. I've been on a turn-based wave, so I've been playing Persona 5. If you guys have heard of that one.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yep. Very much.
Fantastic. I love that game.
I feel like it's quite the like artistic direction shift between Expedition 33 and Persona 5.
Yeah. No, absolutely it is. Yeah. No, yeah, but I didn't realize it until I played Expedition 33. But turn-based is pretty fun. It's pretty relaxing
Yeah.
for the most part. You know, you don't have to like worry about some 13-year-old kid that's constantly on the game just sweating on you. You know, like in Call of Duty or anything like that.
I feel like it, in my opinion, and turn-based is definitely relies more on strategy than reaction. And
Yes.
Expedition 33 is kind of a weird exception there. But I do feel like most of the time, like, I don't know, it requires more brain energy sometimes, like in the
Yes.
prep work. But yeah,
Yeah, I completely agree. That's the strategy that really gets me.
yeah. For
What about
sure.
you, Mark and Matthew?
Matthew, go.
What game am I currently playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right now I'm actually playing RoboCop Rogue City Unfinished Business.
Okay.
Oh man,
that
that's
sounds pretty good.
really, It's really fun. Oh man, it's better than like the full game. I think like the full game was great, but like this is like it's a little buggy, but I get over it because the gameplay is just like, oh man, it's a good time.
Nice.
You know it's a good game when you can overlook the bugs.
Yeah, no, seriously, because it's nothing like game breaking. It's just like little cosmetic stuff every now and then. The lip syncing is a little messed up,
Gotcha.
but like overall story is a little bit like more to the point, and just like the gameplay is just like, oh man, it's really fun. It's like playing like an old Doom game or something.
Nice.
Right.
I can vouch that that's about the whole even though there's bugs in games, it's still fun. Take Sonic Adventure 2, for example. If you've ever
Oh, boy.
played that game or watched footage, that game was duct taped together, but I do not care. It's so fun.
That was a really good game. I remember like doing all the both sides so I could get the secret middle side where you finish the whole thing, like the whole
Oh,
story.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also remember the Child Garden. The Child Garden was also. I spent some time in there.
Dude, you kind of have to if you need to get like we're going so off topic, but in
It's
order
okay.
to like in order to like 100% the game, you literally need to stay in the Chow Garden to raise the perfect chows to win the race and the karate stuff.
Yeah, I hated my child for losing sometimes. It was frustrating, but yeah, I don't think I've ever 100% of it. I didn't know you had to do that to 100% it.
Yeah, you have to, and then it just gives you one special Green Hill Zone level. That's all it gives you.
Oh wow.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of fun though.
I mean, at least it unlocks something. Like, isn't that like one of the big? Well, I guess I don't know how spoilery that is, but like, isn't that like one of like the big secrets with like, Breath of the Wild that like you have to like get like the 1,000 Korok seeds and you, like it's
There's
not even.
1,000 of them.
I could be wrong. I'm
Uh, I was about to say, man, like I didn't know that. I
I
remember
know.
looking around for them. I remember looking for rocks and weird formations and all that, but I didn't
Yeah,
know there was 1,000.
I thought there was like a huge
I think
number.
there's like 850
Oh my
initial.
gosh. No, that's
It's-
insane.
It's
Yeah,
a
I'm
lot,
down
and
to-
then
oh, you're down too.
it's it. You do get something, but it's not anything like earth shattering. So just kind of more of like the trophy proof that you did it, which is crazy. But sometimes that's fun, I guess. Bragging rights.
My internet.
Me over
Yeah,
here.
no, I mean, if a game
not
really
thinking
gives you,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, you can go, you can go.
I was just making a joke saying like me over here without finishing any Zelda game.
No, no worries. They're so large. They're expansive.
Yeah. If you have an older console, Wind Waker. That's the go.
Mm. The
Yeah, I still have my GameCube.
Oh,
They're
great console.
remaking Wind Waker.
Ocarina of Time.
Oh, I did hear about Ocarina of Time. I did not hear about Wind Waker. If they're
I think
remaking that, I'm gonna buy
it's-
it.
Yeah, I have a
Nah,
Switch too.
Yeah, isn't it on the GameCube library for NSO?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, they have it.
probably.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna kind of steer the ship back to
Yeah.
MechShell
Yep.
really quick.
Yeah.
All right, so curious. So the general lore and story behind MechShell here is that we have the Gnome Empire kind of invading and encroaching on and being pretty downright evil towards the overgrown. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm choking on myself. The overgrown realms. Sorry.
No problem.
So we are members of the Overgrown Realms in the Shellian army, piloting shells, which are weaponized snail mech shell unit things. Super cool. So we've got the mechs, we've got the snail, the nature vibe,
You
Like-
first, Nathan.
Yeah, get out of my way.
and then
Body kills.
we've got the Gnome Empire, the cold steel, the brutal, the dark, the broody, but also kind of cute. if you had to choose between the two, I know we're a little biased probably because of who we're playing as protagonist, but if you got to choose, would you prefer to be a part of the Shellian army or the Gnome Empire?
It's a great question.
Sure.
Oh man.
It's go with the gnomes, but I know things other people don't.
That's valid.
I don't know, man. I mean, imagine going in the military and they give you a Gundam. You know, like that's basically what it is. Like,
Hey, I can't argue with that.
That'd be enticing. I would be
It
like,
would.
you know, maybe I will enlist.
I do feel like there's a little bit of like kind of like underdog energy too with the Shellian army.
True.
Like, so I don't know. I always root for the underdog, and I always prefer bright, colorful colors. So you can sign me up for the bright green mech. But I don't know. There, I guess depending who's behind the driver's seat, maybe the Gnome Empire's got it in the bag. I don't know.
No, that's a great question though. I mean, I guess ultimately, would you rather be governed or like commanded by the snails or by a really short bearded guy?
True. I do think that there's maybe some like morality things going on too. So might be a little bit of good versus evil.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Maybe.
All right, so we all seem to be pretty much on board on being in the Shellian army because of the cool mechs. So I guess with that in mind, what is your favorite loadout?
Oh man, what Mark has is pretty close to my favorite. The shotgun.
The shotgun.
Yeah, the shotgun's incredible. I love it. The piercing damage, where all the other bullets will stop when it hits the first person, but the shotgun will cut through the AI. So if you can get a chunk of them together, then you can just kind of mow them down. I do like the dash, which I know is a little crazy, because you'd think with a jetpack, you can just fly over most things, but the dash is pretty handy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down.
And then, you down to in the spikes?
Hey, yeah, I only have one shell.
Oh, you're on your own there, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
The heal shroom, as nice as it is, I would say probably either the player turret or the drop shield is my favorite.
Okay. How come?
The drop shield, you can protect your allies and everything with it. And so, you don't need to heal if you're not taking damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the player turret, it's so clutch to have with the bosses. And when you're being surrounded by a horde of them, it's very, very handy. And since we're kind of a bullet hell style of game, you're surrounded quite a bit.
What?
So yeah, I would have to say probably that's my loadout. The shotgun, dash, and either the turret or drop shield.
Cool. Anybody else want to chime in?
Yeah, I would say the rocket launcher, I'm down, Nathan. You gotta save me. The rocket launcher, the jetpack, and the slime pad are my go-to.
The slime pad, I feel like, is pretty crazy. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, the slime pad is really good to throw right in front of your allies when they're trying to get their boards or anything. That is why I like it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just like it because it messes me up. That's why you like it.
But tag that with the jetpack, like on the boss fights. You get extra air and you don't have to waste as much fuel to stay in the air if you're bouncing on it.
That's
Makes
very
sense.
Which we'll see coming up here.
Heck yeah. I usually prefer to play support. So heal shroom all the way for me. The rest of it doesn't necessarily matter, though. I am more of a jetpack guy. But the heal shroom has to be in my repertoire. Like that's a mandatory.
That's fair. No, it's completely fair.
I'm also not very good, so heel shroom I rely on quite a bit.
No, I understand. I usually turn down the difficulty a little bit. I usually don't play on bonkers. That's for sure. Actually, every time we play with Mark, though, it's usually bonkers. So.
I was gonna say every time we play in bonkers.
We are currently not playing in bonkers though right now, though, right? We just
No, we are. We're on the hardest difficulty.
That's why we keep going down.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. 12 downs.
Yeah, look at you hogging all my kills. What's going on there? Oh, yeah, dude, my internet is so bad right now. Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
There we go. There's no way I'm not dying to the spike trap. Yep, there we go.
Got it. I only have one shell, so that's all you.
So, can you talk a little bit about like balancing the difficulties?
Yeah, so a big part of that, which this is actually something we're hoping to do in a future release. That was actually one of the future update, I should say. It was very difficult to figure out balancing because if you have one person, two people, it kind of changes the difficulty of the game. And so one thing we're going to do in the future to kind of streamline it is whether you're solo or multiplayer, you're always going to have 4 mechs with you.
Nice.
So it'll kind of be like, I don't know if you guys have played the Kirby games. But kind of like that, like the Four Swords?
Or Republic Commando.
Yeah, or Republic Commando. That's probably something we're going to do in the future, in a future update, is that you'll just have your team with you at all times, and people that join you will be one of those team members.
Sure.
But for the demo, all we did was make sure that the easier the difficulty, less damage the gnomes do, less health they have, more damage your gun does. You know, kind of the standard in the industry for most difficulty for the most part.
That makes a lot of sense. So I noticed we've been talking quite a bit, and so we kind of glossed over some of like the core actual cool gameplay like mechanics and things, namely battlefield clarity, which we're experiencing right now because we're at the boss fight. So I guess that gives us kind of 2 things that we can talk about a little bit. The battlefield clarity and kind of like where that concept came from, kind of like how that came to be, and like what, I don't know, like I don't know, I guess just talk, like praise your baby because it's such a cool concept. So like, I don't know, brag about it a little bit. But then also boss fight and programming that and talking about the boss tank and the battle tank and how that came to be. So lots of subjects. We can take them one at a time.
Sure. Yeah. No. Absolutely. Well, battlefield clarity. How we got the idea. MechShell, when we first started out, was just kind of a premise that Mark had. Actually, he was just doodling on his notebook, and eventually came up with the idea of this, mech snail kind of character. And we both grew up playing the Metal Slug arcades, at the pizza shops and everything like that. And so we always had a deep fondness for that kind of game. And so we decided, if we're going to add these mechs, maybe we should do a side scroller. And so we started playing Metal Slug, actually, all over again. We decided to play that together, and we realized that obviously it's a dated game, first of all, so we can't just
the classic retro.
Yeah. But we realized right then and there, like, there's things we're gonna have to touch up on. For example, with Metal Slug, you can only aim right, left, or up. So like little things like that, all the way to, what would a modernized version of this look like? And so when we ended up completing our playthrough of Metal Slug, I'm getting melted by this thing. I'm dead. After we did our playthrough of Metal Slug 3, I sat down and was thinking, well, mechs, armored core, there's got to be some customization there. how fun would that be in side scroller was kind of the question. And I was looking at the Metal Slug graphics and realized it kind of reminded me of Doom a little bit with the like pixelation. And so it kind of just clicked one night where, well, why not have both? Why not have the Metal Slug aspect of it and the first person Doom aspect of it? And we started to do some research based on that and realized no one's tried it before. So that was kind of what made us go, maybe that's our aha moment, and let's dive into that route. Is there anything I'm missing there in that story, Mark?
No, that's about it.
I mean, I think it's a really awesome, genre combination. Like the whole idea of combining genres is definitely such a cool concept, and I love that we're one of the first to try combining these two.
No, absolutely. Yeah, and we figured that people would like that. There's the side scroller market is so big, it's easy to get kind of overwhelmed and bombarded by it, and it's really hard as developers to stick out from that huge crowd. So we thought, you know what, people might actually like this. I know we will probably like playing it. Let's give it a shot.
I think it's also really good because I'm not super great at like the side scroller bit. I'm really bad at platforming because I get way too anxious. But the first person segments, I feel a little bit more like at home. Like I feel like I'm a little bit better there. So like there's kind of like a little bit for, even if you're not as good at one, like you can still feel more in your element when the other. I don't know. I really, really like the idea that your loadout is the same between the two and how it functions exactly like how you would think it would, even in that transition from 2D space to 3D space. I think that is really, really cool. And there's so much like thought that would have needed to go into, especially some of the utility abilities. Like I feel like a lot of those needed some more like forethought in how they transition between the two. Are there any stories that you can share or talk about with some of those?
Yeah, actually, that was kind of the hardest part with designing this game, because you kind of look at it from the outside looking in and go, oh, well, you just design a gun and then you're basically good to go. But there's a lot that actually like goes into the thought process, because the problem is how are you going to make guns feel different but the same at the same time in one perspective than the other? And also, how are you going to have it more or less function the same so you're not having to code the same everything you do twice? And I think another challenge with this whole thing was the AI. Each AI needed two completely separate controllers. It needed two completely different behaviors. Because obviously, in side scroller, you don't want them going into the background where you can't shoot them. When in first person, if they're always just running in a straight line, then it gets pretty boring. So I think that was probably one of the most challenging parts about this whole project, was figuring out how to get this to be fun in both perspectives without it feeling vastly different between the two. You suck.
Damn.
No, hey.
50%.
I'm not sure where we are on stream for lagging, but on my side, it looks like y'all just won.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I'm not the one streaming. My internet is so bad right now.
Oh, no.
I don't know if you guys were seeing any of that, but it was pretty rough.
It's okay.
Oh, dang you, AT&T. Dude, 175 kills, what the heck?
Yeah,
save some for the rest of us, buddy.
But you beat me on that.
91%.
I did.
91.5% accuracy is pretty good.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Oh
my God.
Almost as if I made it.
That's insane.
But yeah, anyway, the Battlefield Clarity, it was a fun challenge, and all in all, I think ultimately the goal with it was what's going to feel fresh to gamers.
Yeah.
There's so many mechanics out there that have been rinsed and repeated that we're even seeing, indie studios create a mechanic that AAA studios then take and run with. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's hard to kind of try and get something out there that no one has really seen before. And so that was kind of the reason why we focused on this so much, is because it's like, well, if we haven't seen it as developers that have been in this industry for 6 years, chances are consumers haven't either.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of a long-winded answer there. Sorry about that.
No, definitely love the background and like the clear thought and intention behind it. So, yeah, no, definitely appreciate the storytelling for sure.
Absolutely. Is there any other questions, or anyone else want to answer any of that? Mark, especially you, since you did the levels for both.
No, I mean, you kind of answered it. I mean, I've remade this level like 100 times.
What were the challenges there of like getting that side scroller to first person, different vibe with the levels?
Because
With first person,
a different. Sorry, no, I was just gonna say like there's definitely got to be like a different approach required for 2D versus 3D spaces.
yeah. So that definitely the side scroller was a difficult part. As Nathan knows, I am a lot better at first person, third person, like 3D worlds. So shifting from the 3D world to side scroller definitely was a difficulty, because I don't play a lot of side scroller games other than Metal Slug and like Mario. So shifting that to balance 4 players and being the right size, that was probably one of the largest difficulties, because it's not easy to get 4 people to plug in on my computer to run a test to see, hey, does this quite feel right? So a lot of guess and check.
No, I mean, absolutely. And I would assume, at least, part of the difficulty also is that BevMax Games, we actually haven't developed a side scroller before.
Yeah.
So, like, there's that whole learning curve of that whole new genre of what is it, side scroller fans actually want to see with levels, and like what is it that they want the flow to feel like. I will say another speaking on that, on not making a side scroller before, that was very challenging for the AI for me, because I've only ever done third person, first person, and top down. With all of those, you can program the AI's intelligence to try and surround the player, make it a bit more difficult. But if you do that in side scroller, the player can't move. So that was a whole new can of worms that we both had to discuss with, like, what do we actually want the AI to look like? What do we want them to do? How do we want them to interact with the world? Which is why you're seeing a lot of movement from the AI. We realize that we can't keep them static, because if they are ever sitting still, the player could end up getting caught on them and it destroys the whole flow. So that's why you're seeing them, jump from platform to platform, moving around each other. Sometimes the melee, if they don't have a direct path to you, they'll throw that axe up in the air. That's why we ended up doing all that, is because we realized that the titles that we normally develop over surrounding the player, we would screw over the gameplay with that one. So
it's crazy how many like little details like that are something that, like, as a developer you have to think about, and you have to take the time to really like consider all of these small situations. But hopefully as a player it's something that you're not really thinking about, or just because you're immersed and enjoying it and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of little things that go into game development that I really like taking the time to talk about them so we can kind of appreciate them.
No, totally, yeah. And as you said, hopefully the player doesn't realize those things, because I think it's if they do realize those things that's when we messed up as designers.
Sure.
It shouldn't ever feel like, they're moving around because the designers had to prevent this from happening.
Right.
If you're realizing that, either A, you're a game developer, or B, the designers really messed up.
Well, That's kind of leads into another topic that we hadn't really talked about while you were playing either, is the UI. I feel like
Mhm.
that's another area that, like, if the players don't think about it, then you're probably doing a good job. But if you designed the UI and players like super notice it, then it's, you know, we probably didn't do something right. So the fact that we didn't talk about it until now is probably a good sign,
Hopefully,
right?
yeah. No, yeah, actually, that's perfect to say because we with every title we've ever worked on, we've probably redone the UI at least 5 times.
Hmm.
Um, and you guys were extremely helpful in that process because anytime we would be showing something to you guys in our weekly meetings, you would be like, hey, maybe you could show this stat, or maybe, the screen will have this on it overlain. And those were every time when we would leave a meeting, Mark and I would talk and be like, that's something I didn't even think about. Like having a kill counter on the top right of the screen or having the leaderboards. So it's really thanks to you guys that we were able to, be able to skip the hassle of UI design and things like that.
It definitely leads to another really big point that we absolutely love and adore feedback. So if you do have a chance,
Yes, please.
viewers at home watching and playing the demo for themselves, definitely hop into our Discord, follow us on social channels, and let us know your feedback on how did you enjoy the demo. Feel free to review the demo on
Yep.
Steam. That also is really helpful too. Yeah, any kind of, you know, feedback or information that you guys can give to us, like, absolutely, we're a very small indie team that, definitely want to make a game that is fun and enjoyable that people enjoy. So the more feedback that we can get, the more insight that we can get from other people's experiences, because uh, kind of like what you were getting at, like, we're playing this game pretty often, and so you get to a certain point where, we're pretty good, and maybe we're not breezing through bonkers difficulty, but
Yeah.
it is 91% uh accuracy. I mean, that's some skill, right?
Yeah,
You
that's
can
insane.
tell that maybe we've played
We had a
around
little
or
time.
two.
Yeah.
No, this is
Maybe.
my first game. First game.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Just mad skills. Um
With a shotgun, no
but
less.
yeah, first impressions, second, third, fifth, 10th, 20th impressions, all still very viable.
Yes.
But the more impressions, the more feedback that we can get, the more we can consider adjustments and consider changes and growth and changes and improvements, and just continuing with the direction moving forward in the game. So yeah, leave your comments and your feedbacks and your reviews. Yay, pitching. um, I Are we playing another round, or are we going for? Are we wrapping up?
It's completely up to you. Do you have any more questions, or because we can definitely play through it again? Not on bonkers, please, because I suck. But
I have one other question. I think is
sure.
I don't know, definitely conversation worthy. The general question is, like, what does indie game mean to you? I
Mm.
feel like we're, like I said, we're a very small indie group, making, group of developers making a game. So, but like, a lot of people are indie developers, and I think that, like, yay, awesome, we're supporting indie game devs, absolutely. But like, what does that mean to you? What does it mean to be an indie game?
Yeah. I feel like I've been answering them first, so I'll let you one of you guys have the floor first before I go. Mark, I'm passing the baton to you.
I
You're up.
Yeah.
Okay, or Alex. Hey, either one.
well, like, I guess. Sorry, I was drinking water.
No, no worries.
So in terms like how I think of indie developers, it's just like with like the technology we have, especially with like Unreal Engine, Unity. What's that other one? Go Gadget or something?
Oh,
Gadget.
good.
What's it called? Go Gadot. There you go. It's just easier for people to just they have an idea, and instead of waiting on a triple A game to like see if that
Mhm.
idea will ever happen, or at least grow up and get a job and then propose the idea. Now it's like, oh, I could just make it at home, and I think that's really cool as an indie developer. Like if you have an idea, then you could do it, and that's kind of why I like to. For me personally, I like to like what's the word again? Wow, I just lost my train of thought.
No
Okay.
problem.
Basically, I like to help indie developers because I like to, you know, I like to see their ideas come to life.
Totally.
Yeah. And definitely like the idea of like it being a mode of kind of like self-expression and allowing yourself to experiment and to like kind of take the reins into your own hands on game development. So indie games is definitely something that is more of a personal passion project, maybe potentially, or something that is more I don't know, I got a smaller scale than like a cog in the machine AAA
Right.
experience. Kind of
Yeah.
like
No, yeah.
capturing that for me a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that. For me, it's every indie game I've ever played, whether it's, bugged to all hell or, it's fully fleshed out and polished by some guy that was in the AAA industry for 20 years,
Hmm.
you can always sense more love than the
Yeah.
desire for profit. And I think that's
Mm.
really where indie studios really stick out. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're all trying to put groceries on the table and keep the lights on, but there is that, I'm doing this because I love what I do and I love the vision. I want to get the feedback of the community. I love the community. There's just feels to be more love to it with me than like for example Call of Duty. Call of Duty, it just kind of feels like it's I'm going to churn out another one every year because we got to keep the shareholders happy. That's always kind of
Hmm.
been what it's felt like to me. So I think that's what indie means to me. It's passion, it's love, it's care, and it's definitely commitment, especially since most developers in the indie world don't start out getting paid. It's
Yeah.
5-6 years of constant work and effort before they even see their first paycheck. That happens
Hmm.
more often than not, unfortunately. So yeah, I think that would be the major difference for me. Indie has more love more often than not than AAA.
I think that a lot of it too kind of comes from where the major like decisions are coming from.
Yeah.
That a lot of things with like AAA games and experiences, there's certainly more decisions being made from the top, from the shareholders, from the from the top down, which is why they have such large teams to fill it. Because they definitely don't want to paint the picture that people who work in the AAA spaces
No.
aren't doing things in love. I don't think that's at all what you're
No.
trying to say either. But the idea that I feel like an indie experience is an indie game is kind of built more from the bottom up.
Absolutely.
That it's more that one person's passion project that grows rather than a we have an IP now. How do we make it into something else or something like that? So the not I wouldn't say one is better than the other, but I do agree that I feel like that you can usually feel more of the love and more of that passion in the smaller indie games because this is something that, like you said, there's a lot of personal sacrifice that is required to build an indie game, especially because a lot of them don't have a lot of support initially, whereas obviously AAA
Yeah.
games have a lot of support.
Yeah.
Uh,
Agree.
so yeah, I think that definitely a big kind of component of the definition for indie game.
Yeah, I guess I should reiterate. I guess I should have said the creative freedom with
Yeah,
indie leads to what feels like more love. When at
yeah,
AAA level, not to say that they don't love what they do. I would hope that they
for
do.
sure. Yeah, yeah, we hope so.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you can only have so much freedom.
Hmm.
When they want let's say a specific animation or a specific gameplay element, it's kind of hard to put your signature on it. you know, to kind of give it
Mhm.
your stamp that you made it. When in the indie world, it's like, oh, you know, we want this general idea and we just kind of want you to run with it. We want you to
Mhm.
put your stamp on it and kind of make it yours, so that way we can make this beautiful, harmonious project where everyone's kind of, you know, getting their style involved without it feeling cluttered.
Yeah.
What about you, Matthew?
Cool.
Well, yeah. I mean, just adding on to what you guys said, like it is a lot of love into it, but also like what Adam said about sacrifice. Like these, indie teams are people coming from like their other job. Like this is something they want to pursue more, but they don't have, they couldn't get into the field right away, so they put the more effort. This is working after work, so you're already
Yeah,
tired, but you want to go more. You want something else in your life, and
absolutely.
I don't know. I agree with what you said. It's like a certain like passion to it that's like more in there, and it could get into the games more because there's like less people like crowding the whole idea.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Too many cooks in the kitchen, as they say.
Yeah, not
For
saying
sure.
that's necessarily a bad thing because big teams can
Right.
make good, expansive
Oh,
games,
yeah.
but
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think a great example of that is Expedition 33. That was a bunch of AAA developers that left their studio to form an indie studio, and you could tell there was a lot of love put into that. I mean, they
For sure.
spent
yeah,
6 years on it before they even got a publisher. They were all doing it after work. I mean, it was very impressive, the commitment that they put into that.
100%. Cool. Well, that is kind of the list of the questions that I had prepared for conversation topics that I wanted to cover. Um, is there any final thoughts that people want to depart with?
Um, well, I'll tell you
I would
right
say
now.
is
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, Mark, go ahead.
only thing I would say is what's in the demo is just a teaser.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very like vertical slice demo we have in store.
Yes. Yes. One thing that I was going to say is I'll tell you now that we are looking for input from the community. That is one thing
Mhm.
that we are really, really, really looking for. Because we can design it any which way we want, but we want to design it the way you guys want.
Mhm.
And even though we have a lot of, you know, special plans for the future, we still would love to hear from you guys in order to add even more to it. Or if you guys, you know, hate something about it, then let us know that too. You know, let us know things that you think could be buffed, nerfed, added, removed, that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, because without the community, you know, what are we, right?
And that said, there are links to all of our channels on the
Mhm.
Steam page, as well as, um, yeah, I feel like you can get all of them there. I think that we have them linked in the game itself. Um, so yeah, definitely you could just probably search MechShell anywhere, a Google search, and it will take you to where you can find us too. And if you still can't find us, just leave a comment and we'll tell you where to find us because we'll find that. So yeah, we're definitely not trying to be hard to reach. So any insight, any feedback, any requests, any suggestions, definitely all open to hearing it and start a conversation with us. We are all on our Discord and happy to have conversations about your experience, about your ideas, about whatever you want to talk about. So hop on over there and we'd be happy to share our thoughts and hear yours.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Also, congrats to the team here. We made it to Next Fest. I just wanted to say it.
We
We
did.
did it.
We
Yay.
did it, Reddit.
I know it was some
Yes,
blood, sweat, and tears involved, but we did it.
So definitely a good excuse to download the demo because
Yes.
it's here. Yay, Next Fest. We did it. And yeah, demo is there. There's lots and lots of demos available as part of Steam Next Fest, but we really appreciate you taking the time to download ours.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And Wishlist. Wishlist also really helps.
Yes. Yes, every wish list, please.
Awesome.
Alrighty. Well, I think that's all we have for the stream, correct?
I think so. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Absolutely. Talk to you guys soon.